Man, we are live. Elevate your profits. This is Mark Gassert. This is a little bit different. And
Tom Ginn, how you guys doing tonight? We just
oh,
want to make sure everybody tags and shares this out there tonight. So
give us
before
a
we get
moment. Yeah, give us a moment and we'll be right back. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
wonderful, my friend, wonderful. I hope you had a wonderful Easter weekend.
I
We
sure
did
did.
here, so
I sure did. It was Easter for those of the West, and Ernest is a fellow brother of the East here. So that was yesterday for us was I won't geez, Palm Sunday. Holy moly. I almost lost it there, Ernest. Forgive me. But yeah, so it's a week apart, but it all works out. No big deal.
yeah.
But Tom, what'd you do this weekend?
Took personal time and just reflected on my faith and what that means to me with my relationship with the Christ, and got out in the country, went to a state park out here and did some walking around on Sunday. Now that spring is starting to turn here, we're starting to get 70-degree weather, so we're into spring here in Wisconsin finally.
I'm going to do a quick PR, and I do have to say thank you. And Tom, you probably got one of these, but um, Sean Litvak, thank you so much. Got the book.
Yeah,
Just
Sean, thanks so much.
thank you so much for sending. And he even wrote a little note in here. I'll just read it real quick. If I can get to it. Geez, there you go. It says, "Your confidence in me has been humbling." So thank you, Sean. This is another great text I can start reading on. And tonight I'm going to get into this. This whole premise, what we're going to talk about is we're going to pick up where we left off last week, why it matters. We had Dr. Osler on here, Lee, and he shared quite a few things about gig economy, where we're at, what people are doing. And tonight, Tom, before we get into all that, you want to tell people what Elevate Your Profits is all about. Can you help us out?
Sure. The whole idea of Elevate Your Profits is everything from the mindset to the bank account. I've been an entrepreneur in business for myself since 1983, probably 95% of the entire time. And I'm all about the freedom that business gives you, and promoting business and being in business for yourself. So this is for anybody out there that has a desire to be into business, existing, already in business for themselves, solopreneur or traditional business. We're here to support the business community and eliminate a lot of myths that are out there and bring good value and how to win in this, what we would call the gig economy.
And I'm going to put this up here again, since we were talking about gig economy and how to become recession proof. And Ernest, we've got a master here in the technology side of things in terms of multiple streams of income. He's been doing this for quite some time. And without further ado, I've got to bring him in here, but makeyourselfrecessionproof.com. He's even got a coaching platform out there. You can talk to the guy, but let me bring him in here and he can tell you what he's doing to share with everybody. Ernest, how you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing good. uh, Let me get back over here to my tab so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah,
All right.
I'm doing good. I went over to my chiropractor today and got an adjustment. I fell last week and I was all
Oh,
stove
Lord.
up. And he's also one of the cantors over in our parish, so he kind of serves two purposes. He keeps me in line and aligned.
I hear you. I hear you, man. That's pretty cool. I've never
Yeah,
heard of a
yeah,
chanter as a chiropractic, but hey, if it
yeah,
works.
or vice
Ernest,
versa.
Ernest, I'm going to delve right into this. Can you help us out here? Because Tom talks about this. Your program, your platform, multiple streams of income. Everybody gets a little uptight about this, and Dr. Osler talked about it. Everybody's doing something, but it's like they're afraid to admit, or not everybody's a gajillionaire. But one of the things that intrigued me about your program is you said 600 to 800 a month. It could be a day, it could be a week. So, and I'm just going to pop that up there. That's, you know, what you propose that can happen if you get involved with what you're doing right now. Can you share a little and shed some light on that, please?
Yeah, the basic premise of affiliate marketing, internet marketing, it's not MLM, it's not like network marketing, although
Mhm.
you can build sales platforms with what we're doing for the MLM industry if that's your thing. Okay. I've been doing this since 1996 when the internet was kind of the Wild West and we had to take 3 or 4 months to build a system. Now I've got it down to a 30-minute success formula. Okay.
Oh wow.
Where people can get started in 30 minutes by going to the site, watch the video for 5 minutes, and then get in there and just follow instructions and get going. If they get stuck, then all they got to do is, call me. Uh,
I
that's
just
one of
popped
the
this up there as you're talking,
yeah,
so I'm sorry, but you
yeah.
will see
That's one
things.
of the that's one of the banners I put together on my header. It's like
That's
the
awesome.
miracle cure to what? The miracle cure to poverty. When you're building multiple streams of
Right.
income like I have, and I'd say just over the past 7, 8 years, I've probably built over 900 different streams of income. Some produce better than others. Some produce zip, zilch, nada, and I'll go and kill that funnel. I'll kill the website so it doesn't take up a lot of bandwidth. Uh, there's a little science behind learning autoresponders and deliverability and segmenting, but we don't get into that at the initial stage. We make this easy enough for the work at home mom, dad to get in here, set up, get their domains, set up their funnel, and then start driving traffic. And what I try to tell people, I said, you do have to invest some time to learn. And you're given like 7 to 14 days trial before you're billed to learn the Home Business Pro system because we have all new content and training in it. And you'll get more on tonight's call. If you want, I can share my screen.
Okay.
Uh, I've got um, let me see, share screen.
Hey, look at that.
I'm going to share the entire screen. I'm not going to share sound, but what I'm going to pull up, um, let's see.
Darylyn
I wanted to
says,
pull
I'm
up.
just getting started. So thank you. Uh,
Yeah, Daryl and I have worked together over the past 10 years or so, or 7 years
neat,
since
neat.
15. Um, we've been working together, off and on. Uh, I showed her how to use, banner ads and native ads and writing copy, and she's just kind of getting back into it now.
Mhm,
She just
mhm.
started running traffic to her domain. She's got, well, at the time she texted me, is 139 opt-ins and one gold so far. And I'll work one-on-one with my people. I say, okay, follow up with them and get them into the Home Business Pro because that's where they're going to learn and make money. Now, as you learn affiliate marketing, internet marketing, let me get over here and get this uh, image that I'm looking for. you can build out other funnels and sales. So if you want to promote low ticket products, you're going to have to make a lot of opt-ins, a lot of sales, or you can go mid-range and high ticket. Okay. I am looking for a particular, here it is, StreamYard backgrounds. It was this one right here. I've got 14 domains. This is just one of them.
Wow.
The Master Marketers Academy. I've got subdomains, over 800 of them. This right here, jot the number down, 9 o'clock Eastern. Come in and listen to Neil Guess and myself. We'll be on there tonight answering all your questions. Now, I'm just going to leave that right there.
What's the number,
And
Ernest? I'll pop it up here for him.
1516. Can you see it?
Let me move I might be blocking you here, so let me hide this. There, I don't see anything.
1516-253-3218. What I can do is
1516,
share it.
and it was 238.
1516-253-3218.
So I got 1516-253-3258.
3218.
Oh, sorry.
3218. And that's every Monday through Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern. We don't do it on Fridays. We have to give the CEO a little day off, you know.
Okay. That's the number. Okay.
So now,
and you're doing this tonight at 9
showed the
p.m.
slide, if you from my computer.
Oh, here it is.
Upload file. Go back. I think I can hear, and then you can take it and run with it. But a lot of people have asked questions. Even Daryl Lynn, she had questions, you know, how do I make money with this? Well, I spent, I think, an hour, maybe 2 hours with her, and, you know, gave her a couple of laps around the block, and she gets it, you know, she's running with it. You got to buy traffic. You got to make an investment of the product so that you own it and make commissions from it. And then you got to drive traffic, and good quality traffic. You don't want to buy traffic from just any old solo ad vendor. I'm not going to badmouth anybody on this call because there's a lot of them out there you don't want to buy traffic from, but I will tell you there's only about 3 people that I use. And they work, you know, so let me get back over here to Power. I'm looking for a particular, there it is, background, and I want to upload this file. Let me go all files. All right, embed file type. Okay, well, I must not be using the right file type, so I'll just
I'll put it up here
stop
for
sharing.
us. What time tonight? 9? Is that Central Time?
Yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, 9 p.m.
1516-253-3218. 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. And the whole premise of affiliate marketing is that you don't have to create a website. You don't have to make any products. Go back and share my screen and just kind of show you real quick about over here. I use a very simple page. Now, how to build a $600 per day business from your kitchen table. Can you sit?
Are you sharing something with us? No.
Yeah, I was. Let me stop. If you
156
go
clicks.
to, yeah, if you go to Master Marketers Academy, you'll see the website, or Make Yourself Recession Proof, which is one of my pages where I just kind of expanded on it. All right.
Okay.
That's all I did. I'm always testing text, graphics, size, color, um, and you know, I check the metrics. So if it works well on small runs and, you know, 300 to 500 clicks on a solo ad, then I'll just start throwing a bunch of traffic, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000.
And Ernest, is this a Zoom call that you're doing at 9 or?
No, this is going to be a phone call. It's old school, dial in.
Ooh.
Now, I can do Zoom call, all right? And I can dial in on the Zoom call, but I would have to set up the Zoom call and everybody would have it, you know, and be limited to 100. But the whole premise in answer to your question, is this doable? $600 to $800 a day, $200 a day, 400.
Right.
Yeah, if you look at the compensation plan on this, it's simple. It's simple to follow. How hard do you want to push it? Okay. It's really kind of up to the person how they want to scale it. All right.
And
If
I'm
I was
sharing that again for you. I put the phone icon up there. So call Ernest at this number, 516-253-3218, 9 p.m.
yeah,
Eastern time. That's tonight. Call him
yeah.
direct.
This is Neil's number for the conference call. He runs the conference call. And I don't know if he has limited seating or not.
Okay.
Last Thursday, one of my guys couldn't get in because it may be filled up.
Ernest,
If
I've
I
got,
do a Zoom, it's limited to 100 seats.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tom.
Tom has a
Ernest, I do
question.
have a question. Because there's a lot of opportunities out there, affiliate marketing. What I've done with affiliate marketing is those resources I use and have success with, I become an affiliate and just share it with my friends and colleagues. Say, this is what I use with my video email or my CRM system or whatever from my own experience. And what should somebody be looking for that's not just going to be a trend, but something that is viable long term? Because I think that's the key, is that you just don't want to have something here today and gone tomorrow. Yeah, you can capitalize on it.
Yeah,
But what
yeah.
would you advise people what they should be looking at as an affiliate product or company? What are the criteria that you make a decision on what you're going to promote?
When I got into this company 12 years ago, I think they were about 7 years old at the time, 7 or 10 years, something like that. I've been with this company now for 12 years, since 2011, I think. The present account that I'm using now, my main account, because I had something like 48 different accounts and they weren't all gold and paid for. The one paid account I have now, I've been running it for about 8 years. Okay. So longevity. And can I reach the person in charge? Yes, I can call him. I can text him. I'm connected to him in our Facebook support group, the owners, all the top leaders. I'm working with some of these people that are 6-figure and 7-figure earners. All I have to do is send them a Facebook Messenger chat or pick up the phone and call them.
Okay.
You know, we can get support in the Facebook group. If I need a private answer, I get on there and send him a message, and he usually responds back within minutes. Um, so that's one of the things I look for is customer support and longevity, and we have that and then some. We also have a lot of leaders in the support group who will give you tips and tricks and advice. And I should be more active than I am, but I'm usually too busy to be active. And then, of course, this week is like the Orthodox Marathon. So it's been orthoaerobics, for Holy Weeks. We got services in the morning, services in the evening. Then I've got meetings all day long, and then I'm building and working with people. So, but look for longevity and look at their record, um, and look, at their support and their customer support. Um, Look at their products. Uh, get some education. If you don't know how to do internet marketing, you've got to start from square one, and you don't need to go out there and spend $5,000 to learn this stuff. As a matter of fact, you can spend about 10% of that. You can spend 500 bucks, try it out for 14 days. If you still can't get it, call me on day 10. Don't go up against the wire. Let me help you. You put $500 into a product, you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help you make some money.
Right.
If you come in, you're just gold and you're just making $20 a pop, you're not going to make any money. I'm just going to be honest with you. You got to sell a lot. Okay. In a perfect world, if you took 5 by 5, if you went 5 wide, let me draw a matrix real quick. If you went 5 wide and 5 deep, and everybody did the same thing in a perfect world, but we don't live in one, you would have 3,905 people on your team. Okay.
Right.
All right. So multiply that by $20. Do the math. Yeah. But how long is that going to take you to do that? Is it going to take you a day? Is it going to take you a week, a month, or a year, or 6 months? Well, thank you, Daryl Lynn.
Did she pay you some money, or is that why you're getting these
She
comments? Or
she
I'm
hasn't
kidding.
paid me. She
I'm
paid into
kidding.
the system. She bought into the system, but I'm giving her more than what she's paid for because Daryl Lynn and I are friends. We've been friends for a long time, and we just kind of picked up and started, talking again and reconnecting, and we've been connected for years. I did some training in another business opportunity that she was working in, uh, but she paid through the system, you know.
Right.
Um, I don't charge her $500 an hour, $2,500 an hour. I don't do that. You're on my team. I'm here to help. Okay. Uh, if I get more than 2 or 3 people at a time, I'm going to do a Zoom call. I can seat up to 100 people. If I have to go to a enterprise account, I can go to 1,000 or more. I do like John Crestani. Okay. I put it on live. Here it is. Here's the schedule. Here's the link. Here's the time, and get
Right.
in there. Um,
Ted Legal says hello.
hey,
Nice to
Ted.
see you. Nice to see you, Ted.
Yeah,
Oh, Ted.
I
Hope
see
you're doing
Ted
well,
every
buddy.
now and then. So I make a commission, off of anything that people buy into this system because this is an educational platform. You can set it up under one umbrella with your own domain and have everything under one umbrella, under one site, and manage it all without having to buy a bunch of domains over at GoDaddy and then bring them in and change your DNS. That's too technical. Set up your autoresponder. It's all on the inside. Everything is under one roof. Go through the courses. These guys that are teaching these courses are 6- and 7-figure earners. Greg Davison, I'm going to give him a shout out. He's a $7 million copywriter. Okay.
Wow.
He's on the same scale as some of these guys I got over here on my desk. Grant Cardone, you've heard of him. Billionaire real estate guy. Ray Edwards, Ramey El-Batrawi. These guys, you've probably never heard of Greg Davison. Franco Gonzalez, Frank Calabro, because they're in a different world. They're in affiliate marketing, internet marketing, whereas those guys, yeah, they're giants in their industry. I work with a different set of giants. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you can get access to them. Let me see. Yeah, I got one. Joe Vitale, author of so many books, I can't even count them. Personal friend. You know, we've sat down on many a party and talked marketing and how to help people. And why do I do this? I had to find a big why. And, you know, besides taking care of my mother, who's 93 and still kicking, you know, just making sure she's taken care of as well as possible until she crosses over that bridge. But we're always running into people that are not as fortunate as we are. They're not as blessed as we are, and they need help. And, you know, if I can lend a hand to someone that I'm working with, I'm very particular about some of the things that I work with and donate to.
I'm putting your coaching down there, Ernest, so people, if they do want to communicate with you.
Yeah. You can find a block on there, grab it, and I'll set up a Zoom call with you. But yeah, it's like we're always running into people that need food. Okay. And the food bank can only deliver, you know, like what, once a month? Okay. Well, what about some of these other people that's got 3 kids? They need food more than just a box or 2.
Yes.
You know, you got 3 or 4 mouths to feed. Take them to the store. Don't just give them the money. You know, we have to be good stewards with the money that God puts in our hand. You know, with little, you know, we're responsible for whatever. You know, if we're given much, we're responsible for much. So take them to the store and let them shop and teach them how to shop. I've worked with people that didn't even know how to buy groceries. People that didn't even know how to cook. Okay. They didn't have anything to cook with.
Gotcha.
Well, got to buy them something to cook with and then teach them how to cook. You know, give you an example. If you don't cook a pot of beans, pinto beans, right, and you eat them, they'll kill you. You know, those lectins are poison.
Yeah.
But if you know how to cook beans, and I got a bean cooking course, it's free. You know, you season them like you want to.
Hey, all kidding aside, Ernest, with this program, can somebody do this as you know, we were talking last week about side hustles and awakening your financial genius during that process. Can you do this if you have a job? Is this something that you could do on your free time, or do you have to be 100%, you know, 24/7 doing this? Or
I've got people that are working a day job and they come in the evening, they spend maybe an hour or 2 in the evening.
Gotcha.
And if they need some one-on-one time with me, all you got to do is pick up the phone, call me. I don't know if you can't see my phone here.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
You know, or email me. Or email me, you know.
Right.
I'll set up a Zoom call. I got people in New Zealand, and Australia, Cyprus, Italy. I've got one fellow over in Libya, and they've got like 3 factions fighting over there, trying to struggle for the big man on the top of the mountain. I've got a guy in Libya that connects me because I used to live over there. I grew up over there as a kid. All I got to do is just get with me. You know, they can connect with me here on Facebook. They can connect with me by calling me on my phone. Leave me a message if I'm not available. They can send me an email. I'm all over the internet.
Right.
I'm not hard to find.
Well, Ernest, why would someone want to do this? I mean, and Tom and I talked about different things. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tom, but it's like Tom and I have talked about this. People are hurting out there, or they're kind of undercover. We lost Tom, and he'll be back. And so, with that, like, why would I want to do this or get involved in this? And you mentioned some things like the basics: food, clothing, shelter, paying your
And
bill.
gas.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Osler last week talked about that. That might be your why. Everybody's why is different. It could be, hey man, to pay the rent. That could be the why.
Yeah.
I don't have to look over my shoulder anymore. Or
Well, that's the thing,
I was discretionary income now. I can go do some things and, buy real groceries.
Can I share something with you?
Yes, sir.
And your audience? I don't even look at the price of eggs anymore. I had a choice to.
Well, you can't eat eggs here, Ernest.
I know. Can't eat eggs
You
on the fast.
Can't.
But you know where I'm going with this.
Sure.
I don't look at the price of eggs, and I don't complain about the price of eggs and gasoline, because who's in charge of the swamp really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is I'm in charge of my finances. I don't need politicians to go out there and do my fighting for me. No, stay out of my way. Just get out of my way and don't put up any obstacles, or I'm going to figure out some way to get around it, okay, or over it. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. And say, well, come on, follow me. I'll show you. All right.
You just made a great point. It's called creating your own economy. Like you said, you don't have to worry about. You just find a product or that fits a niche or something that resonates with you. You want to share and you just market it out there. And what I love about it, you can create as big a market as you want or as small. And everybody, like Mark says, there's a lot of opportunities out there. Unfortunately, the thing that turns a lot of people off is the hype. And I think that's what Dr. Lee Osler is talking about is comprehending becoming a thousandaire. Learn how to make $1,000 a month. That's an equivalent of having at a 5% return, a couple $100,000 in the bank. That may only take you 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years. How long would it take you to accumulate a couple $100,000 and then get a 5% return if you can find it?
Right.
So I believe that keeping it realistic and believable is so important, because there's a lot of hype out there. We got a program that's going to make you a millionaire overnight or in 6 months or a year. And unfortunately, most people can't comprehend what that really means and the amount of work it would take to do that. But $1,000 is a big deal.
Yeah.
Is a big deal. So don't get caught up in the hype. And I think that's one thing that I love about you, Ernest. There's no hype here. So take some, like you said, you got to prepare. You got to work. You got to determine what your why is. Why are you doing it? What are you going to do with the money after you get money? Because that's important. It's
just like Ted said, money's a tool.
Exactly. So
it's a tool to get what you need. It's a fungible, exchangeable commodity, money, currency, fiat currency, crypto, whatever you want to use. It's a transferable currency. Okay. Um,
In this gig
I
economy that you're working in, you found your niche and the thing that you can stand behind and promote and help train and develop people to have that success.
yeah,
Um,
there's been a lot of things that I've gotten into, and I say, oh, okay, this didn't pan out, and I'll actually email them or call them up on the phone, or I'll see them at church, and I say, get out, drop out. You know, it's not going anywhere. I tested it. You wanted to test it with me, but this, I've been with PLS for Power Lead System for years, and what they have and what you can build with it. I wasn't promoting PLS all that hard because I was building systems to promote everything else. I have a lot of performance networks, okay? And when you get 10,000 people in a small email list, and they're all, let me give you an example. They're crypto enthusiasts, they're mostly male, 40 years plus, they're millennials, they have expendable cash. That's my target market for a crypto product. So what do? I go and build a funnel for it. And then I target them in my advertising. And here's where people they stop and they say, oh, but it's going to cost me $2,500 a month to to advertise to that. Yeah, but they're already opted in. See, you're not having to build a list. You've already targeted, you're renting somebody else's list through a publication. If I don't make but 5, 10 sales and I'm making $1,200 commission on each sale, I've paid for my ad. So the ad spend of $2,500 is a write-off, okay, if you do your taxes right. So it's really not costing you anything at the end of the year. So if I end up making $20, $30, $40,000 a month, you know, I'm going to throw some 2,500. I'll borrow money from the bank to do that. Okay. Put it on my credit card because I'll have it paid off before the end of the month. I don't pay interest on my credit cards. Don't have to. But start out small. You don't have to go out there and start slamming a bunch of big ad spends. Start off, with an ad spend of $100 or $140 or $150, and start small with some quality solo ads. You don't have to go out there and start targeting these performance networks and native ads. Once you start making some money, yeah. Buddy of mine, Frank, I think he was making he was down to his last $500. He tells his story. If you go over to my YouTube channel at Cash Now Funnel, he tells his story. I interviewed him twice. Okay. He's a multimillionaire. I won't say how much money he's got because he's a hustler. He was making, when he got started with this, at the time he was making about $1,000 a month, and it didn't take him long to build up. So if you want the link to see Frank's story, I'll send it to you. Okay. It's not in the list. Frank tells his story. Okay. He's a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. And he treats his business the same way. Me, I don't look like a Marine. Okay. Most Marines are clean shaven and haircut and everything, but I'm a Marine. I've got the heart of a Marine. All my buddies are Marines. I think Marine. I'm not going to go in and brutalize my prospects like a DI. I'm going to work with them with a sense of compassion, but they do have to do what I teach them. If you don't do it, then don't be surprised at your crappy results. Okay.
Okay.
I'll show you works, and
in the
all
gig
the
economies
trainers will
right
show you
now,
what works.
of all the affiliate opportunities out there, what seems to be the trending thing that makes sense, that will be lasting? The big thing right now is AI. Are you doing anything with AI, artificial intelligence?
I do use AI for writing some of my articles and blog posts, but I stomp
Right.
it real hard because Google can tell there's a dark side to AI. Okay. Google can tell when something's been written by artificial intelligence. And what's the key word here in those two words?
Artificial.
Artificial. Artificial. And then the intelligence is kind of, debatable. All right. It's like of the Office of Special Investigations, OSI, for the Air Force and Central Intelligence Agency. It's like intelligence is debatable. uh, but the same thing with AI. I use it to write blog posts, emails, sponsored ads. I'll give it the parameters. And I use Chat GPT. I don't build anything with it, but I use it for my email marketing because it's part of the affiliate marketing sphere. Uh, do I use AI for the videos and graphics? No, no. I'm a writer, okay? I'm a copywriter, and I learn from some of the better ones that are out there. And I use AI to give me ideas, and then I tweak it, and then I put it into my own voice. I never use straight output in an article or an email. Uh, I've got an email series that runs for 180 days. I could run it back to back, you know, on my autoresponder if somebody signed up on that autoresponder. Um, but I'm going to have conversational stories because that's the whole thing about getting people to read your content, your open rates, your deliverability, and tell a story. And that's one of the things that Greg Davison teaches in the Home Business Pro. You know, whether we were using the perpetual leverage comp plan or not, that is a mathematical miracle, the perpetual leverage. And that's what this whole PLS Home Business Pro is based on. And we're going to be doing it with all of our other products. We're going to put the perpetual leverage algorithm into the other products except for gold. So let me give you an example. In a perfect world, if you had a 5x5 matrix and you got 3,905 people in there making unlimited width, unlimited depth, $200 mission on the Home Business Pro, that's $781,000. Now that sounds unrealistic, but that's in a perfect world. But how long would it take you to get there? I'm only 139 wide. I said, 5? Man, I got more people than 5. Okay. Are all 139 of those people going to go 5 deep and 5 wide? No, no, they're not. So you got to motivate your team. You got to stay in touch with them, and you've got to be reachable and approachable. All right. So that's the whole thing about it. You're going to have some people that are not going to do anything with it. They're not going to understand it. Work with the ones that show up. Okay. And it's all about showing up. If they don't show up, then, it's like the 10 lepers that were healed. Only one came back to thank the Lord. He said, "Where's the other 9?" Oh, I don't know. They probably went to the souk. Souk is Arabic and Hebrew for the market,
Oh my.
or Hebrew is magazina, They went to the magazina, They
But
they had they had other lives, and you're going to have people like that. You're going to have people that don't show up. I'm saying, get on the call, ask your questions, and then get with me. Get with the person who referred you. Get with the person that that recommended you, because it's realistic. If you're not willing to put in the work, then maybe you can go to Caesar's Pizza for $11 an hour. I hear that they're hiring, they're taking applications, or McDonald's or Burger King. But if you want to get out of the rat race and you want to quit looking at the price of eggs and gas, go out, create your own economy, and find the vehicle to get you there. Me, I like Rolls Royces. Okay. As far as cars and big vehicles, I don't make no bones about it. Sitting there in the fellowship hall and trapeza talking to my priest. They said, "What kind of cars do you like?" I said, "Rolls Royce Phantom."
Wow.
And if you're going to get a Rolls Royce, get a driver, because a Rolls is made to ride in, not to drive. It's nice to drive, but sometimes we have to go to Amarillo because we have a sister parish up there, and it's a 2-hour drive. And people that ride with me, they don't want to ride in a truck because it's rough. It's much better if they can ride in a Rolls because they're rested and they're not worn out. They don't feel like they've been into a 3-hour liturgy by the time they get to church.
I'm going to let that alone.
Because that's a short service.
Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah.
You remember, I come from the Middle East where we had 12 and 18 hours.
Yeah.
So when I came over here and I started attending the GOA, I said 2 and 3 hour service. Piece of cake.
Well, Ernest, can you share a story or two? We don't necessarily want names where someone got involved, and let's just say, did it take them 6 months, a year? Did things kind of turn around for them? Have that people that you personally know? We don't care for names. I mean, I don't want to.
Frankie. I'm not going to give his last name. Everybody knows who Frankie is. Okay. Let me get into. Hold on a second. I'm going to get into one of my websites and find the. Okay. You listen to Frank's story.
You're kind of freezing on and off. I don't know if it's the connection on my end or, I think Tom's okay.
Yeah. It may. Yeah.
It's a little jerky.
Yeah. But anyways, if anybody out there that just joined us, feel free to call Ernest tonight, 9 p.m. There's the number.
Here, I'm gonna give you a link. Can you hear me, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I hear you. Perfect. Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
I'm gonna send you a link in the private. I'm gonna send you a link in the
private
chat.
Okay.
You can share it if you want to.
Sure.
Make yourself recession proof. Anybody that's been in this industry long enough will know who this guy is. Okay. It's my buddy, my pal, good friend, Marine. He shows.
Is that a prerequisite, Ernest? You have to be a Marine to get in this because you're going to scare people away. They're going to
no. You don't have to have any military. No.
Tom and I were in that other branch. We served in the Army. Sorry, we didn't do the Marines. So
I've got friends in the Air Force, Marines, Navy, and the Coast Guard. Some of them were SEALs. I've got some in the SAS, British Marines, Special Air Service.
And that's the link you're talking about.
You're here,
right
part
here.
of. Yeah, go
laid
watch
off.
that video. Okay.
Okay.
That video right there is Frank's testimonial, just showing one of his deposits. He shows a withdrawal proof, but he tells his story. Okay. When you sign up through that web page, it's going to take you into the Cash Now funnel. All right. It's not going to take you into the Home Business Pro. Watch the first video. It's about 45 minutes long. I would say watch about the first 10 or 15 minutes of it. Frankie tells his story, how
Okay.
he got started. He started with nothing, and it took him less than a year to start making money. And he shows proof, you know. Of course, he blurs out all the personal information. But yes, this is something that you can do if you can come in at the end of the day. You've been working hard all day. I know some people are tired. They don't feel like getting on there and messing with the computer. But if you're serious about changing your life, you're the one that's going to have to do it. Nobody's going to do it. Okay. You can say, "Oh God, please, just send me a genie to drop a big golden goose and a golden egg in my lap." No, God doesn't work that way. Okay. The
Heck, Ernest,
sower.
I thought
There's
you were going to drop in my lap, and make it happen.
now.
I'm teasing.
I like the parable of the sower. Okay. The sower went out to sow seeds. Okay. Some of the birds snatched the seeds and ate them, so they didn't take root. Those are your naysayers. Okay. They say, "Oh, you can't make any money doing this. You're not smart enough to do that." And guess what? They believe them. Then you've got some that just falls on stony ground and the seeds don't take root. Okay. Well, these people are hard hearted. They've been burned. They've been scammed. They've seen everything in the book. They've seen all this hype and BS. Okay. In the King James, they called it draft. But in Hebrew, it's very clear. Okay. It was poo poo. Okay. They've seen all the poo poo on the internet. So those seeds fall on the hard ground. They're not going to be open to your message. All right. Then you're going to find some, oh, I love this. It's going to fall in there amongst the weeds and the thorns and the thistles because the enemy came in and sowed a bunch of thorns and thistles. So the thorns and the thistles, they choked out all the good seed. What can I equate that to? That's everybody not focusing on one thing at a time, getting into all these little bright, shiny objects. You get into so many bright, shiny objects, you lose focus. And then some of them fall on good ground because they stayed focused. They worked the plan, they worked the business, they worked with their mentor, they worked with their sponsor, and they learned how to do things right. Another example. Peter and the apostles, they're out in the boat. They've been out fishing. Lord comes walking across the water. And Peter says, "Lord, is that you? If that's you, bid me come." He says, "Come on." So he gets out of the boat and he's walking. What happens when he takes his eyes off of focus and he starts seeing the waves and he starts sinking? He says, "Lord, save me." So, the Lord grabs him. This is what happens to us in business. We see all this other stuff going on. We don't stay focused. I'm not here to preach and save nobody. I'm not here to convert nobody, but I use these examples because you can apply them to your business and your life. If you don't focus and you don't keep your focus on your destination, Life is not a journey. I don't set goals because goals is too easy to lose sight of your goals and say, it wasn't meant to be. Sour grape syndrome. No, I don't do that. Okay. I have a destination. If I'm driving from here to Peachtree Corners, or I'm driving from here to Houston, I have a route and I want to get there. I might have to stop here and there, and get gas, but I know where my end destination is. I have my end destination and it's 10 figures. Okay.
Got you.
Figure out what 10 figures is. Okay. That's at least $1 billion.
Yes, it is.
But how do I get there? Okay. This is just a part of the fuel. I might get there with Grant Cardone, getting invested in some of his condos. I might start doing some of my own deals. Okay. Because, frankly, I can retire just about any time I want to. I just choose not to. I enjoy what I'm doing,
We can tell.
And I want to help, I want to help people that really want to get into this and get serious about it. I hate to chase people away. I said, but if you're not serious, don't call me. I got too many serious people that are working with me. They're serious about changing their life. You can apply this to anything you're selling. Your water, your ASEA.
Mm-hmm.
I do a short ad for the MLM Recruit on Demand over on one of my. I said, you like MLM? Some people do. Okay. Why don't you talk to the people who are familiar with your industry? I don't have anything against MLM. Okay. If that's your gig, talk to the people who have experience. Industry.
Right.
Okay. So we had a blackout there for a minute.
Yeah, we had a little frozen.
Froze up and spun.
And I'm just going to keep popping this book up here.
Yeah.
This is what brings me back. Yeah. I'm sorry. We can see this.
Oh, I'm writing my book.
I would, and not because he's in the business, I would highly recommend anybody read that book because I've now just kind of gotten into it. I highlight a lot and I'm studying everything Dr. Ostler's talking about in this book. And these are some things Tom's talked about, other people have talked about, but he constantly keeps coming back to the why, and everybody's why is different. Some people, like you, like cars. That's great. Tom may tell me, you know what, Mark, I just want $1,000 a month, man, and I'll be happy as a lark. That's all I want. I'm not knocking that. And then someone else may say, you know what, I want to be able to take care of my parents or my grandkids. That could be their why. I don't care about the trips, the car, and there's nothing wrong with that. And those that like the car, the trips, God bless you. Everybody has a different why, and Tom always talks about that why thing. Why? Why are you doing this? And you hit the nail on the head. That people come into this thing or anything, and they're thinking, okay, I'm gonna get rich quick or something, and you're not advocating that. You mentioned it's going to take work, it's going to take time.
If it's all about you and all about the money, you're going to flop.
Right.
Okay. I've been working with him over 10 years, but it's all about him and it's money. He hadn't done it, but when I sat across from a 10-year-old boy that had tears running down his eyes because he was living with his auntie, his tia. and he didn't know where his mommy was.
Mm.
And they didn't have anything when they were living with their mommy. And I know where his daddy is, and I'm helping him. Okay. That'll jerk your heart out faster than a bypass surgery. Okay. When you have to reach up there and wipe those little tears off of these kids, 2, 4, and 10 years old. Those are my reasons why. Okay. Those are my reasons why, with a plural S. Okay.
Cool.
And anything else connected with it, members of my parish, that, they busted transmission. They need a transmission. They're living paycheck to paycheck. I want to be able to help them. Extra money into the parish priest hands, because he's out and about. Somebody, we have a benevolence fund. Most priests, we give them some money and say, hey, somebody will see him out there and say, hey man, could you get me a tank of gas? And he's got some money in his pocket. He can help them. This is what the individuals do. We can do
Right.
that. We can put it with somebody who is responsible with the money. It might be a deacon, and it might be yours truly. Somebody, God will put people in front of you.
Right.
Hey man, could you help me out with a tank of gas? Yeah. Pull up behind me, and when I move my car up, pull your car up behind mine so I can fill you up. I'll put it all on one card.
Sure.
That's what we're supposed to be about. And when you have that kind of money, you can be a blessing to people. But if you don't want to be a blessing, you just want to be a blessing to yourself, it ain't going to work. Be a blessing to your friends and your family, and then, somebody else.
Right. And Ernest, I'm just going to reiterate this call tonight. What will you be talking about? People that are interested, that are looking to make additional income. They're looking at affiliate marketing, how to get involved, all of the above.
What Neil is going to explain, all of that. Yes. He's going to explain how this program works, and he's going to give you a link on the call so that you can go and see how this comp plan works and how to make money. I could give it out right now, but then you would call.
Does this cost anything to do this tonight?
No, just phone call.
Wow. Okay.
If you can dial in, you can dial in. He'll give you the link to the comp plan. You can see how it works. And if you like what you see, you get with me through mastermarketersacademy.com. That's it. And if you don't, and you're doing something else, God bless you, And if it's not working for you, I'm going to do my Dr. Phil impersonation. How's that been working for you?
Tom, what do you think about all this?
Well, he speaks my language. I've been teaching these principles ever since I was in financial services, helping people better understand, do a true assessment where you're at. And if it won't lead you to where you want to go, you got to do something different. And I found that being in business for yourself with either network marketing or affiliate marketing is by far the easiest path to take economically to get started. But like you said, Ernest, I think it's so important. Find somebody that's doing it and do exactly what they do. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of hype out there that people sell concepts, but they've never done it themselves other than selling their course.
Right.
So I think that's so important. Find what's happening in the marketplace. Find those products or services that will fill that need. And all you got to do is be a messenger. And that residual passive income is pretty amazing once it comes in. By creating your own economy, you never have to worry, like you say, what's the price of the eggs or the gas. Yeah. So,
and I'm
Ted Legal asked a question a few minutes ago, or he made a statement. He didn't ask a question. He said,
"I'll pull it up.
This guy's smart." I said, you know, thanks, Ted, but I haven't been always that smart. This is just experience, okay? But he makes a statement here: to get the best quality leads and keep your company looking completely professional, you know, people need to focus on customer relations. And this is where I get into something else. I'm going to give people a resource that I use that has over 91 million targeted prospects. These are subscribers in over 1,000 different niches, publications. These are opted in subscribers. So it's very targeted. Let me give you an example. I wouldn't promote this to my crypto buyers. All right. And I wouldn't promote crypto to the make money online home business crowd, the niche. Okay. I would find a niche of publishers with subscribers, and I do automotive. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Automotive, fuel, and supplies. I've been working with the top 150 automotive groups in the US for about 10 years. All right. I target these people with the proper product for them to make their business better. Yeah, I'm going to make something off the back end. Sure. That's all about affiliate marketing, making the commission off of somebody else's product. You just got to get the message to the right people. You don't want to be talking to the wrong people. All right. They, you know, you can be talking to the wrong people with a great message, but it's not going to resonate with them. Okay. So when it comes to the home business pro and you're looking for a miracle cure to your finances, you want to talk to people who are open to working and learning how to make money online. All right. I've got a business card here. I don't know if you can see it.
You pull it back. Yeah, there I can see it. Yeah.
It says, "Are you open to learning a simple way to make money online? Use my free system." Yeah, they can use the free system. They can get started there. But you want to make some serious money, you're going to scale up. You know where I leave these? When I drive through the pharmacy and I pick up my pharmacy in the little vacuum chute.
Sure.
When I get my meds out, I stick this in there, close the cartouche back up, and I put it back in the rack. The next person behind me is going to come up, and I have those little dollar bill drop cards with the same thing. Guess what? They say, I get these printed up like 1,000 at a time.
Gotcha.
If I put 10 a day, if I put out 10 a day, I'm going to make one or two. I know where they come from. I'm going to make one or two opt-ins. Then the autoresponder takes over and does its work. They either sign up or they don't. Okay. It's a game of numbers. Yeah, sure. That's small. That's a small way and a short way to start. But, you know, if you want to put some nitro fuel into your dragster, then we got to work with different fuel, different traffic sources.
Well, this has all been interesting, Ernest, and I know we're at the top of the hour, and you can't do anything justice, but I would just tell anyone that's interested to hop on this call tonight to get some of your questions answered. I think that's great.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is take a little bit of time and effort to dial the number, and then the rest is up to you.
They can also get that number if they opt in to that link that I sent them on mastermarketersacademy.com, or the one you showed, Miracle Cure,
Yeah,
viral six-figure income.
You're talking about
when they get in and they can create a free account, they can look and they will see the number on the inside. If they want to do it, they can start for $1. That's another thing. They
Yeah,
can get the gold account, start for $1, for 2 weeks. They will get the number on the inside when they log in. So,
wow. Okay.
if they don't stick with it, then they can cancel out before the end of 2 weeks. Okay.
I think what you and Tom also alluded to is you got to invest in yourself, correct? It's
Yeah.
not, you can start at $1, but you have to invest some time, money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tom, you
Yeah. The
got
dollar
anything
is
else?
a tripwire.
It's a trip. Okay.
It's a tripwire.
Right.
That's what they call it in the industry. Your lead magnet is something that you give away. I give a lot of reports and books and digital media away, PDFs where they can download them for free. They read
Gotcha.
through them. I do a lot of that. I've published more books than I can count. And reports. Well, that's a lead magnet. Okay. Because if they don't give you the right email address and they put in a bogus email address, well, guess what? They're not going to get the free magnet, the lead
Gotcha.
magnet, the free
Gotcha.
report. Well, that's why they call the lead magnet and tripwire. The tripwire is part of it psychological. Get in for $1. It's like MLM Recruiter on Demand. You get that tripwire for $15. It's not a real big expense, but you work those leads and you call them every day. They give you 100 more every day, right? Okay, that's just another tripwire. $15, low cost of entry. Lead Lightning is $7. Once off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just once off. Same thing about the Home Business Pro, $497 once off. Split payment, one payment, whatever. It's one time. It's not going to be a monthly.
Awesome.
So it's just a bigger tripwire.
Tom, you have anything to add in conclusion to all this? What do you think?
He had some questions for me before we started.
Well, actually, you already expressed one of them. Your why you're doing this is to help people,
help my babies,
help your babies. Yeah, so that's very important. You know,
my babies. I got some in the Philippines, and I got some here in Lubbock.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I also agree what you said earlier too. Is that just goals by themselves don't work. You got to have a bigger emotional reason to do what you're doing, because most people
have a destination.
Yeah. The first little obstacle, most people either quit or they downsize what they think they're capable of doing. They live well below. They settle for less. And there's no need.
The birds come in and eat your seeds that you threw out there. They just they quit planting. People give up. So I'm going to take my sack of seeds back home. I'm just not going to cast out any more seeds. I'm not going to do any more farming.
Yeah. Well, Ernest, I'm here to support what you're doing, because it's been my mission ever since I've been in business for myself since 1983 to help people become financially free, create their own economy, don't have to rely on their boss or some other entity to take care of them. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But it does take work. You work your tail off to get a degree, to get a position at the accounting firm. You put the same type of effort in to do that into your own business. Your rewards are much greater than any employer will ever pay you.
Right.
So,
I got to tell you a funny story before we leave. A good friend of mine, he's studying to be a lawyer over here at Texas Tech. His dad is a deacon in the church, and he's a general surgeon, different diocese. And I looked at him, he's, my mom just fell in love with him. He's kind of like a surrogate son or grandson to her. He's like a son to me. And I tell him, I said, Jesus never had anything nice to say about lawyers. He was calling them a brood of vipers and snakes. I said, we get a laugh out of that all the time, So, but yeah, he's a good kid, and he studies hard. He knows a lot of stuff about, laws, civil law, criminal law, constitutional law. You know, I sat at the feet of Supreme Court Justice Kennedy before he died.
Oh, wow.
In many a constitutional seminar when I was studying at Tulsa University, TU.
Well, Ernest, it sounds like you have a varied group of individuals that are participating in this program, from all walks of life, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure some are doing well,
we've got beginners,
and
veterans.
some are, and some aren't, and that's okay.
Yeah, and everything in between.
Awesome.
We can work with you, wherever you're at. You want to step it up and go further? Let's get it. Let's do it.
It's kind of
That's
cool.
what I'm here for.
Well, once again, Ernest, don't forget to join this call tonight. If you are interested, all you got to do is dial the number and plug in.
9 o'clock Eastern. Ask your questions. I will be on there with Neil Gass and I don't know, maybe 100 or more people. Who knows?
That's incredible.
And don't be shy about doing *6 when you get the prompt to unmute. Ask your questions. Last week we had a bunch of people that I guess they were just shy, audio shy. They didn't do the *6,
Right.
Me, I'm not shy.
Well, Ernest, we want to thank you for sharing what it is you're doing
Thank
out
you
there
for having me here.
affiliate marketing, and I would highly recommend anybody to check out what you're offering. Here's a guy, I'll just say this, he's not hype, he's offering hope, and you need to go check it out if you're looking for something.
Yeah, change one letter, remove the Y and put in an O.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Hope is a dangerous thing. Okay. Remember the movie Shawshank Redemption?
Yes. Yes. He talks about hope in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman, he said, his character Red, he said, hope is a dangerous thing. It can make things happen.
Yep. Absolutely.
Got to watch that movie again.
I hear you. We're going to put you back in the green room. We hope everybody's nice to you back there, and Tom has a little, if you want to leave a tip in the tip jar, feel free, we'll do that. But thank you again, Ernest.
Okay.
Really.
Yes. Thank you, Ernest, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
You got it. Well, Tom, what do you think of all that? I mean, it was a laid back approach to what Ernest is doing out there with affiliate marketing. And I'll show this one more time just so people know that it's the real deal, what he's doing out there. And there it is, Home Business Pro. You could make 600 a day, a month, a week. It's all up to you. And there it is, the miracle cure, viral 6-figure income. So that's what he's doing. Yeah. And if you want, join the call tonight. Tom, what do you think of all this?
Well, what I believe and what he's teaching is right up the same alley. It's just a resource and a tool to use to create your own economy. And I would encourage anybody out there that's looking, and opportunities present us all the time. So take an opportunity to investigate Ernest and what he has to offer. May change your life or change somebody else's life as well. So,
and I'm going to put a plug in talking about books, but I would tell anybody, since I'm into reading this right now, get this book and check it out. It's an excellent book. And I know, Tom, thanks for turning me on to it. And then we had Dr. Osler here last week, and there's so much stuff in here. I know I'm going to have to be reading this thing about 3 times. There's just a lot. Anything else? Because I think we're done for the night, so to speak. But
Yes.
you know, do check out Ernest. And with that, I guess the next thing we need to do here is close this bad boy out, which I'm going to do right now. And once again, our corporate sponsor. Let's see you.